Hey you, and welcome. My name is Mike, and in this old video, it was early April 2022, if you can believe that. Miami, and an Instagrammer, an influencer, an OnlyFans. They were live on Instagram, yapping away with the fans.
Okay, guys, ask me a question. Anyway, what I was saying was, my nails, bruh. Let me tell you a little story. So,
she was yapping away to fans, and this was around 1:30 p.m. Exactly 3 hours later, this woman's boyfriend returned home with some sandwiches. What happened directly after that is all, allegedlys and unknowns, but only one person walked out of that apartment, and they were covered in the other person.
Oh, you're not going in.
why?
Because we're conducting an investigation.
This is an ongoing story. It's wild, it's hella toxic, it's insane, which means it has all the makings of a That Chapter story, so buckle in, because we got a lot to get into. Let's give it a go. This story takes us from here to there to everywhere, from Miami to Hawaii. But let's begin this story where a certain woman's life began. And that takes us to Midland, Texas. Y'all, it's a small city surrounded by the most flat-ass land you can imagine as far as the eye can see. About 130-something thousand people live there, making their way through the desert plains and oil derricks. In the year 1996, living there was Kim Clenny and his wife Deborah Clenny, and they were welcoming their first child together, their little baby girl they named Courtney Clenny. They lived a happy little life there in Midland before moving to Austin, Texas, home of the arts and entertainment, Texas style. Now, Courtney Clenny is how she was born, right? But she quickly saw, the starlight, the limelight, the ring, that little ring light Instagram people use, because Courtney Clenny, nay, Courtney Tailor, would have dreams of becoming famous. At only 13 years of age, Courtney found her calling. This is, quote, according to a mini bio on IMDb, which, by the way, was written by her mother, Deborah Clenny. Thanks, Deb. As a child, she took pride in her ability to entertain her friends and family. So, from a very young age, Courtney knew that she wanted a career in acting. In Austin, Courtney worked as a model and has had roles working in commercials and occasionally as an extra. Courtney now resides in Los Angeles. Well, look at you. As a teen, Courtney took acting lessons, dance lessons, singing lessons up the wazoo. Courtney was determined to be a star. And so she go get.
Good morning. It is Monday, April 18th, and I'm going home tomorrow to Texas to see my family for my birthday, so I'm really excited. Today I'm gonna do what I eat in a day video.
She did athletics too, soccer, volleyball, that sort of thing. At one point, she even set her sights on becoming a professional diver. It's almost like she was determined to become famous no matter the cost. Did she succeed? Well, have a guess. Though probably not in the way most people would want to succeed. They'd probably rather not have their photo taken as a mugshot. She began posting on her Instagram, on her YouTube, becoming one of them influencers I keep hearing so much about. She'd yap away about her workout routines.
What's up, guys? We're leaving Equinox right now, and I'm getting weird looks already within like the first 10 seconds of videotaping. But we're on week 4 of prep, and I just did legs. I just hit some deadlifts, squats, leg presses, stuff like that, and we did cardio. Super awkward. I'm getting like stared at, so we're gonna pick up some Quest bars.
Her bikini competitions.
I'm so excited. My coach told me that I can have a burger with half of the bun, ketchup, and fries, you guys. I get to have a burger and fries right now. I've been waiting so long for this. And you can believe that I'm going to vlog that. Believe that.
Do her Q&As, and also, of course, plenty of videos about her T&As. And listen, she's not just a looker, not just a pretty face. She has got a wicked sense of humor.
First question is, do you have a man or a boyfriend? Hold on, I just need to make a quick call. Hi, Pizza Hut? Yeah, that's the address. Okay, hey babe? Babe, what kind of pizza do you want? Okay,
Yeah, we'll have 3 large pepperonis, thanks. Just kidding, it's just my dog.
So it was at the age of 18 that Courtney, she got her little bindle out and she was, determined to make tracks, hit the bricks, and go to Los Angeles, where dreams, they come true, allegedly and apparently.
Good morning, everybody. The plan for today is I am going to go into Hollywood.
Thing is, Courtney got off to a great start in LA. It didn't seem like she was going to get chewed up and spit out by the big city. She was actually making it. Courtney Clenny became Courtney Tailor and she ended up in movies. Small parts, but everyone's gotta start somewhere. She had roles as uncredited, and Sorority Girl 1 in Unstoppable, Boyhood, Everybody Wants Some, among others. I've not seen any of those movies, but listen, I'm sure she stole every scene she was in. She was also in the music video for Me, Myself, and I. She was in Playboy.
Hey guys, my name's Courtney Tailor, and you're behind the scenes with me at my exclusive Playboy.com photo shoot.
She was in commercials, like legit. For a woman who moved from a small city in the middle of Texas, she was having hit after hit after hit. She was doing great for herself. No diggity, no doubt, folks. She was making the Courtney Tailor name known. Her Instagram, she was positioning herself as a fitness model, entering competitions. She won competitions, she did everything. Her Instagram exploded. Her followers in the millions. And she launched an OnlyFans. A little something for the lads. She had her own website, CourtneyTailorOnline.com, and she had the nudes. I'm not gonna lie, this isn't the worst story I've ever had to research. So you get she was doing well, right? She was becoming famous, achieving her dreams, all that good stuff. She was making millions of dollary dues from OnlyFans alone. How maybe, yeah, no. So Courtney, she had it all, right? But she was missing that one thing. So I guess she didn't actually have it all. Okay, I take that back. She didn't have it all. But she soon would. Now, before I kind of get into that, I should mention right here, kind of at this point, that Courtney had a bit of a temper. She had anger issues, to say the least. Because when I say by the least, I mean she had a lot of them. Courtney had previously been in a relationship with Sean Roden. That's Mr. Olympia 2018 to you and I. Allegedly, in February 2017, she broke his jaw when she found out he was in fact married, something she was unaware of. Another ex-boyfriend would say she had tried to stab him. Twice. It was in November 2020 that in walked Christian Tobachukwi Obumseli. Christian was also from Texas, and it appears that's where they in fact met. Courtney had moved back, to Austin, Texas, which is a very happening place. I guess you pretty realize you don't, if you're making millions of dollars off OnlyFans, you really don't need to live in LA anymore. She was raking it, and they had met through a mutual friend, and right from the start, they had hit it off. Reportedly, things were going great. Christian, he was from Plano, Texas. He studied communications at Texas Tech and was an entrepreneur. He had previously worked as an account executive at a home healthcare agency, and later he owned his own business. He was also heavily into crypto. He was 2 years older than Courtney, and they shared a lot of interests. He played and loved sports, was a very ambitious guy and a hard worker, and was known as a gentle, nice guy. They began dating around November 2020, and by January 2022, the pair had moved to Miami. They got themselves a luxury high-rise apartment where the rent was equally as high, but hey, they were good for it. So you might be thinking, hey, looky here, you got this kind of power couple. I mean, power, yes. Good dynamics, no. As I said, Courtney had anger issues. Poor Christian bore the brunt of these issues. And before we keep going, because the twists here, folks, they are nuts. Let me just speak to you for a moment about this whole video's sponsor, and that is Audible. If you like audiobooks much like I do, then you will love Audible. See, when I'm exercising, yeah, good one, Mike, or just out and about, I got my earphones in, or how about a long-ass car journey, nothing makes that more bearable, nay, enjoyable, than some great stories. That's where Audible, with its incredible collection, comes in for you. Audible is home for storytelling, audiobooks, podcasts, new releases, and the very best sellers. The selection is amazing. No matter what you're looking for, guess what? You'll find it. Action, mystery, want to learn, want more true crime in your noodle? Audible. How Audible works is that its members get to choose one title every month. Any title, bestseller, new release, and then guess what? You get to keep it forever. And you'll also get the latest and greatest podcasts, a huge selection of audiobooks and originals, You can download included titles as much as you like. Currently, I'm listening to Hold Fast, the unadulterated story of the world's most scandalous website. See, this Audible original, it's the story of Backpage.com, which started out as a classifieds website like Craigslist, and it soon got absolutely insane. I'm talking, it was crazy controversial. There were numerous investigations into it. It's wild, it's funny, and it's got me absolutely hooked. So if you want more storytelling you can take anywhere you're going, Audible has your back. To check out its massive library of absolutely quality content, use my link down in the description. New members get to check out Audible for free. That is audible.com/thatchapter, or text that chapter to 500 500 for your free trial. Thank you so much to Audible for sponsoring That Chapter. You know, I called this channel That Chapter as I always viewed each video as like a different chapter in the book of the channel. Sort of like different chapters of an audiobook. Now, let's get back to it. Courtney was extremely cruel to him, controlling, and this was plain for all to see. He would be the victim of her violent outbursts, which were all too frequent. Christian Obumseli would be a victim of domestic abuse by Courtney. There's no two ways about it. It's tough, you know, and it's unfortunately more common than people think. You have Christian, right? Big guy, you know, you have Courtney, tiny little thing. And she was beating the shit out of him. Physically abusive, mentally abusive. He was just beaten down by her. She was an extremely controlling, manipulative person.
Decide whether or not you're done gaslighting me. Decide whether or not you're done gaslighting me.
I am mad that you told me to come.
Decide right now.
Courtney, that's a I asked you so many times that I don't know, and I apologize. But you hit me.
Shut the
According to friends, Courtney had substance abuse issues. I'm talking alcohol. I'm talking the schnackta, the devil's dandruff, right? And she was just always incredibly mean and cruel. Everything. To Christian. At a party, she would just grab him, pull him aside, and start shouting at him in his face, and he would just take it, be meek, let her tear him apart. And you know, when friends would say, they would witness this, because this has been going on for a long time. They had a lot of friends in common, because that's how they met. Friends would say to Chris, listen, that's not right. You shouldn't take that from her. He would just say, look, you know, it's fine. He would downplay it. Oh, it's just alcohol talking, you know, don't worry about it, we're good. Making excuses for how she was treating him. And it was a problem for others too. She would get arrested twice in Texas for drink driving incidents. Once for a DUI, cops found an almost empty bottle of tequila resting beside her. Another time she was sued by a woman after Courtney hit her with her car. Another time she was, like, this was actually kind of a well-known thing that Courtney had severe drinking problems. Like she would go to do a collab with another influencer. She just wouldn't show up because she'd be drunk. Or another time she would show up, but by 9 a.m. she was already on the sips. Later text messages would be found on his iCloud account, and the messages he was sending her pretty clearly seemed to indicate that Christian was scared. He was scared of Courtney Clenny, Courtney Tailor, whatever you want to call her. This is a text from about 6 months before Christian was killed. The crazy thing about all of this yesterday, when you stabbed me in the leg and you saw how bad it hurt me and I couldn't walk, I couldn't do shit, you were telling me I wish I could take your pain away. I wish it was me and not you. The next morning, I still woke up happy. I still gave you a good day even though my leg was hurting because my girlfriend stabbed me. Did I make you feel like shit for stabbing me? No, I sucked it up and hoped tomorrow will be better. Is love going to kill me? Like, I know both of us have sacrificed a lot for each other, but I can only talk about what I sacrificed. I have sacrificed my pride and my ego, sometimes telling myself how I don't need to win. Hey, just let her have her way. He wrote about how one time she'd almost sliced open his face, how he was kicked, was cheated on, called racial slurs, slapped, had to even get stitches which were then reopened, all thanks to her. Yeah, I think calling her toxic and that she was abusing him would be putting this lightly. So Courtney would do all of this shit, and then of course, buy him expensive crap, treat him to all sorts, give him money, all this stuff to try and, you know, make up for what she was doing. One time, she threw all his suitcases off the balcony, laughed about it, then went and bought him new Louis Vuitton suitcases, shit like that. Another time, she pushed him down the stairs. For a laugh, you know? Broken neck, that's a real knee slapper. Here's body cam right from when Courtney was arrested by police in Las Vegas. This was July 27th, 2021, at a hotel. Police had been called after Courtney threw a glass at his head.
Things got blown out of proportion, like to the max.
Okay, do you have any ID? Is this your stuff?
Yeah.
Do you have any form of ID here?
Just
passport? Yes. Okay, perfect. Hey, I'm gonna read you something really quick. All right, you can sit down.
I was just wrapping the blanket.
Okay. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult with an attorney before questioning. You have the right to the presence of an attorney during questioning. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed before questioning. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Just like the movies, but you're not going to jail at these points.
Okay.
All right. Have you ever been cited or arrested before?
Yes.
For what?
DUI.
So, why am I here? What's going on?
My boyfriend and I just got into like a loud argument, calling each other names. The way that it started was really just like, he was upset with me because I fell asleep before dinner last night, and so he was just calling me names, and I woke up, and we were going back and forth, like getting really loud, and I decided to call because we were getting really loud. It wasn't because I was like scared or anything. He wouldn't hurt me, but I felt that we were either going to get kicked out or wake people up or something because it was just like escalating.
Did you throw a glass or a plate at him today?
No.
Okay. So if
No, this was before.
Okay, so when I go to the room and I see a broken glass on the floor, where did the glass come from?
I don't know. I literally couldn't even remember how the fight started.
Okay, well.
Was there?
Yeah?
Maybe I did.
A little better now?
No, I don't feel better at all.
Okay, well.
No.
These gentlemen are treating you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We're trying to go back and forth with that, treating you okay, that you give it the same respect. Chris, since you're here and you're not free to leave at this point, I'm going to read you something.
You said what?
Since you're here and you're not free to leave yet, I'm going to read you something. What triggered her to throw in the glass at you?
I think it's my tone. Like, she tells me to work on a couple things, like my tone, facial expressions. So I think it was like my tone.
The investigation showed that you threw a glass at him, and that in this state is considered battery. And since you two are in a relationship, that is considered battery of domestic violence. It's a mandatory arrest.
Okay, there's a lot that I didn't say because I didn't want him to get in trouble. Like
Okay.
grabbing me and pushing me down.
Okay, so like I said, we already went over this. I'm just explaining you what's going to happen. Anything else that you tell me, I'll be happy to put it on the report. All right?
May I at least get a hug from my boyfriend before?
He's already gone.
Gone where?
He already left the building.
So okay, I don't have my phone with me. I need to make sure that my promise ring that you got me is upstairs. There's a lot that like happened that I don't want to bring up because
Let me explain to you.
I haven't.
Calm down for a
I
second.
haven't brushed my teeth. I need to shower. I have a UTI. I'm on my period.
Let me explain to you how this is going to work. So, are you going to be cool with us?
Like
Because
cause
you're
problems.
going.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not gonna cause problems.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and stand up.
Can I just walk peacefully out with you, please? I
No.
really don't.
Go ahead and stand up.
And
Face the wall.
I need to go number 2. Oh, okay.
Right hand down.
I'm having a lot of anxiety.
It's okay.
Okay, I don't feel that I should be getting arrested at all right now. So I just need my hands.
Okay. Just let me double check, tap this, and then I'm going to give you your hands back. Okay, so this is better than the handcuffs. With the handcuffs, they will be on your back all the time, okay?
Is this like a overnight ordeal?
12-hour hold.
12-hour hold? Okay, there's a lot that happened that I didn't say anything because I don't want my boyfriend to get in trouble. I don't need to, please. I just want to get home.
I'll be happy to put her on the report.
No, I don't need that. I just.
Okay.
I was calling for help, and oh my God, I cannot do that.
Or, how about here? Courtney and Christian were in Aspen to make some content there, and, well, here we go again. Courtney was accusing Christian of flirting with some other chicks, and, she had a meltdown. He keeps it cool, she was anything but.
Like, I was sober for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, 2 weeks. And now why am I not sober? Because of you. Like, you're hindering my progress.
You need to sit down.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Come on.
Let go of me.
Okay.
Come on, boy. Let go of me.
You don't want to hit me.
Christian, I'm fed up with you. I'm fed up with how you treat me.
No, you're telling me I touched her breast yesterday when I
You did. I didn't say you f***ing touched me.
You said I did.
You were leaning. Yo, you were dumb as I actually don't want to be with you. Actually, I'm done.
Okay.
Can you send him home?
Yeah.
Actually, I'm done.
Okay, fine.
Done. You were flirting with like 3 girls the whole time.
What 3 girls? What 3 girls? You?
Well, maybe it didn't matter.
Christian was now working as Courtney's personal assistant, so he was essentially around her 24/7. And Courtney wanted it that way. He had no life, basically, outside of Courtney. And she wanted to keep it that way. He was trapped. So Courtney had basically all the power and control in this relationship. Christian was becoming more and more withdrawn from kind of everybody he knew, and that was by design. Here's one evening. They'd been living in Miami for about a month, and they were getting the elevator. Courtney just loses it for some reason. She just went crazy, and then she started hitting Chris, who just starts to take it, and then he starts pushing her back. Now, of course, the other side to all of basically what I've been saying is Courtney's side, who say, no, not at all. Christian was the abusive one, not Courtney. This video shows, look at him, he's grabbing her, he's pushing her, doing all sorts to her. And of course, this case has not gone to trial yet. It doesn't seem like it will anytime soon, so who knows? But, big booty, like somebody we know. There's, if Courtney's side are saying Christian was the abuser, there's not much evidence there. While there's a lot of evidence showing she could be very abusive to him. Not just Christian, other boyfriends would talk about it too.
I am so sorry. Just shut up and let me f***ing slap talk her without telling me!
Courtney, I was on a bike ride and she passed me and I said hi. You and Courtney are having a live chat. My bad, I forgot to tell you that. That doesn't make you to act and call me a
So, it was in March 2022 that Courtney, after she went on the We in Miami podcast.
And you know you're toxic.
Yeah.
Hey, at least she's self-aware.
Do you like to be fully controlled, or do you?
I like to be submissive. Yeah, in the bedroom,
Yes.
but like in my life, I don't like anybody to tell me what to do.
Yeah, so you only want them to tell you what to do in the bedroom. Other than that, you don't want them to tell you anything.
Right.
After that, the couple they actually broke up. This was in the last week of March 2022. And they separated. Right, because Courtney was having her mom, Deborah, come over and crash, I guess, in their apartment. And Courtney said, Christian, you gotta get the fuck out. I guess he did not take too kindly to being kicked out of his own apartment. However, that did not last long. Toxic relationship breakups usually don't. And so then on Friday, April 1st, 2022, they got back together. The very next day, the police were called once again, and Courtney was now requesting a restraining order against Christian.
What's going on?
Okay.
Where's your apartment? You have a key?
We have
Ma'am, you don't need to talk to me. What's
What
going
are
on?
you lying about that?
Where's your key?
I'm in my apartment.
So
I
you got
locked
locked
out
up.
by my boyfriend.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, I get okay, where's your ID or anything so you can let him know that you live in the apartment?
In my apartment.
So everything's in your apartment.
It's all under my name. I pay the whole rent. He has never paid a freaking dime of rent. And he somehow made like friends with him here and here. I broke up with him. My mom came out. My mom came out to like help me break up with him, and I just couldn't do it. He slept in my elevator room inside of a couch. I hope that there's a couch. He slept inside of a couch in my elevator room, which is stop. Because it wasn't supposed to be here. But I never would have called. I never would have called the police because I don't do that.
You didn't call.
I didn't. Nobody.
I called. You called.
Engaged in a conversation with her. We spoke to her. We said, "Do you want him to come up because he can't lounge in the lobby area because you know why? Because he's been just laying around on the couch and everything else. And some of the residents was feeling like, you know, why is he here and everything else.
Okay.
So we asked her, I said, do you want him to leave the property? She said no, she don't want him to.
I did not say that. I said
okay,
yes.
hold on.
Why do you have something against me, man? Like, I'm just trying to, like...
What has anything against you?
It seems like
We're
you don't
trying
like
to talk.
me.
So, you just want to get back in your apartment. Unfortunately, he can't be here in the property.
That is totally fine.
Okay. So
he's been literally sleeping in my elevator room without permission.
What we're going to do is we're going to fine him so he can leave the property and you get back to your apartment. What else do you need?
I was told I was going to get a chance to speak.
Go ahead, Courtney. What's going on?
Now's your turn.
Are you gonna listen?
We're listening. Go ahead.
Did he say something wrong?
Yes. No, can you please just listen?
Just talk to them. I'm going to talk to him.
Courtney, what's going on? What do you need? What do you want to say?
I want to be like, I want to be like exonerated, I guess, of like anything wrong. And I want him, okay, the police are here. I want a restraining order against Christian Obumseli.
We don't issue those.
Because, no, I'm serious.
To court.
Can I do that? Where
you have
can
to
I
go to court. You have to go to
okay,
downtown.
How can I make myself first? Because I know him and he would do it. How can I make myself first?
You got to get there first.
175 Northwest First Avenue.
Before
175 Northwest.
Is he already on the way?
We have no idea. We don't even know how it looks like.
We don't even know who he is. How do we know that?
So you question this. I need a restraining order against him.
Okay, do you hear all this?
Listen.
Okay, they're listening.
Who's on the phone with you?
Just my dad.
Okay, well,
which I think is reasonable.
Let me explain to you something with your dad on the phone so you could hear me. You asked me, how can I get a restraining order against him? I answer you, we don't issue those. That's through court. You asked me, I need to get one before him. I told you, the only way is for you to get to court. Then you asked me, is he on the way already? And I asked you, I don't even know how he looks like. You understand? Your questions are not making much of an...
I am... Right now, like, I have not always been a victim, but, like, right now I'm a freaking victim in the situation. I'm scared to go downstairs to walk my dogs. I just walked him and I told him, you don't have a chance, and now all of a sudden this is all happening.
What's his name?
Christian Obumseli.
Christian?
Please, just, like, don't... Get me kicked out of my own apartment.
We just want him getting... We just want him...
I'm scared. I'm scared of him.
Between when they moved into this apartment in Miami, that was in January, to April, police received 13 separate calls to respond to domestic disturbance incidents involving the couple. It was the very next day after this, Sunday, April 3rd, 2022, that Christian was killed. That day, just after 1 p.m, Christian went out to walk the dogs. Courtney stayed in their apartment and did this Instagram Live.
Do you support the police? I said, I've actually, yes, I do. I do. I think a lot of times they don't do their job. For sure. And in my experience, I've not been helped by them.
While he was out, as she called him, apparently she was fuming, steam coming out of her ears, because Christian had turned off the location sharing services on his phone, so she couldn't keep an eye on him, keep an eye on where he was, and she, was not having that at all. That really pissed her off. Chris arrived home at about 4:30 p.m, couple of Subway sandwiches. What exactly happened after that is unknown, but at about 4:43 p.m, so approximately 10 minutes after Christian walked in the door, Courtney called her mom, Deborah, and that call lasted for about 6 minutes. And then just before 5 p.m, Courtney dialed 911. Christian can be heard in the background of the 911 call, and he's dying.
3101. It's 130, so 130. Ma'am, listen to me. You need to stop screaming on the line and give me the address. 3101.
You're gonna die. I can't feel my arm.
3101.
I can't feel my arm.
Ma'am, so my boyfriend is dying of a stab. Ma'am, what is the address? What's that? What's the address, baby?
3131.
3131 Northeast 7th Ave. Please, God, please.
What do you mean he has a stab wound on his shoulder, ma'am?
Yes, he's bleeding from his shoulder.
A neighbor had also called 911 around this time, before she did, to report a disturbance. The neighbor had actually called 911 around 13 minutes before she did. So Courtney called them on before her cops, and Christian passed away in the apartment.
Homicide's the one responding for DV.
Wait, is he dead? Is he dead?
Sit down.
Okay, no, I'll sit down. I just, you scared me.
Sit down.
He's not dead, is he?
We don't. No, they're taking him to the hospital right now.
He's in the hospital right now.
I need to be at the hospital with him.
You're not going anywhere.
Why?
Because
we're conducting an investigation.
It was I was self-defense. I mean, my mom was on the phone.
Okay, well, listen, the detectives are coming, you're gonna talk to them, and then you're gonna explain your side.
But I'm gonna be covered in blood. I look crazy. I was holding him while he was spurting blood, trying to stop the blood.
Okay, so you guys started arguing, then what happened?
Threw me against the wall, choked me. I mean, you're looking like this. He's never like choked me to where like it's like crazy stuff. But like, I mean, I couldn't breathe.
Okay.
Then he put me on the.
So he throws you against the wall?
Then he put me on the ground, choked me. That's happened 2 other times.
Did he tell you anything? Did he say
just like that kind of face, like where I was really scared and I was trying to get him off of me and he wouldn't get off. Then he gets off, then I call my mom.
Okay.
And then I was like, I went into the other room and I was talking to her and I was like crying and saying like something has happened, like I don't know what's going on with Christian. And I was just like crying, whatever. And then like I went to the kitchen and he started like charging at me. And I said like, I'm gonna like throw this at you. And he goes, do it. And then he charged me and I threw, but he was far away and I never in a million years, I'm
he threw
scared.
a statue at you?
No. It was the knife. I said, like, I was just holding it to be like, please don't come anywhere near me. My boyfriend's blood is all over me.
I know, but you can't. Unfortunately, you can't go in there. You can't go in the apartment.
I need to go to the hospital. I have to.
You gotta give us a statement first.
That's fine, but can I go to the hospital at some
After we
point?
done, yes.
We're going down.
Can I say bye? Can I say bye to my dad? I'll be right back, please. I'll be right back, okay? Give me here. I'll be right back. Baby, don't cry.
This is my number. You can call me. Call the friend.
No one. Listen, he already saw it. They're already detectives, okay?
He had been stabbed in the chest, and the knife it had severed an artery, like right in the middle of his chest. He didn't really have a hope. Courtney was extremely upset, as you can imagine, and she said she was covered in blood because she was trying to save his life. She was then taken in to explain herself by the police.
I just want to go to the hospital.
Okay, yeah. Hold on a second.
Trying to use this in the meantime? We're going to close this, okay?
That's his, it's a blackmail or something. I got him
Yeah, he's coming right now.
Courtney in the interview immediately. Just my luck, huh? Sundays, am I right?
I just cannot believe the way my day went.
She seemed pretty chill about the whole thing, to be honest.
Hello. My apologies for being absolutely fucking covered in blood.
Listen, you don't have to apologize, okay? I completely understand. Alright? Things happen, you can't control it. Okay? So, you don't have to apologize for it. Alright? At the end of the day, we just want to figure out what happened. Okay? We just want to hear your side of the story and what occurred. So we can piece this together and come to an understanding. You know?
I realize, like, how very serious this is. Like, I was sitting there in a freaking puddle of my boyfriend's blood, begging him to, like, please not, like, fucking give up on me. Like, man, like, this shit is fucking serious. So, I don't think I'm necessarily in trouble, but, like, I just would like to... My boyfriend is not dead, is he?
Well, he can't talk to us right now. He's away from the hospital.
Jack, is this homicide?
Yeah, it's Sunday. So Sunday, domestic violence units don't work. So we handle their calls.
Is there a chance I'm going to go home tonight?
I don't have a definite answer for you.
Courtney's story went a little something like this. Exactly like this. Self-defense.
He ended up pinning me against the wall. And then, I said, like, choking me on the floor. It's just like, they were looking at my neck and I was like, I'm not saying like, choking me like whatever. But I mean, he had my like neck, and this happened twice before, where I couldn't breathe and I was on the floor.
Yeah.
I could not breathe, and I don't think that he is trying to kill me, but I was scared, and all 3 times I have been scared. So yeah, I'm on the floor. I grabbed a knife and I said, "Don't come anywhere closer to me." I had absolutely no intention of using it. I'm on the phone with my mom, and he's coming at me like he's gonna grab either the phone or like the knife or something. And so I was just like, I was like, "Don't come any closer," and I threw it. And I meant for it to go.
How far away was he?
Well, I was by my fridge, and he was like by the edge of one of the chairs of the sofa.
Okay.
Like
10
feet. I'm trying to think in my head.
Or like what? Like the length of his room?
No, further than that.
When he arrived home, they'd gotten into an argument. She said he choked her and that it was an accident. She had thrown the knife at him, and she was, who knew, but she was a ninja. And the knife spun around, hit him in the chest. It was an accident, though. She didn't mean to kill him by throwing a knife at him. But she didn't mean to kill him. She just flipped out, threw the knife at him. And now he was dead. Why don't we try that again, Courtney? See, there was a couple of problems with that. Well, one is that she was saying he choked her. There was no bruises around her neck. And 2 is that the angle of the knife that went into Christian was from like a downward motion, as if she had been above him, stabbed him. It would be very difficult to get that by throwing the knife. In fact, Chris was a big guy. So if allegedly, who knows what happened here, folks. But, maybe he was sitting on the couch or lying down the bed and then she stabbed him in a downward motion because he was a big guy. Much bigger than her. So he probably would have been surprised. Now, Courtney did have bruises on her. That we do know. And a detective would say he's seen bruises on her. But he also, couldn't say... when did those bruises come? Were they old bruises? In fact, that Instagram live... The detective would say that she had those bruises already, because you could see it in the video that was recorded before the incident.
Turn to your right, please. I think it's in here.
But Courtney said, I'm grand, thanks, I'm innocent, I didn't kill him. It was in self-defense.
So I feel so much better once they just say, he's stable.
Yeah.
I've been asking.
And that's what we're waiting for. Okay.
I feel like, if he's not, that's a lot worse for me. But if he's not, that's just a lot worse for everybody.
We have to inform you that Christian did not make it. Okay. Unfortunately, the doctors did what they could. And
Christian is dead.
Yes.
Oh my God. This is not real, right? Okay. There's no fucking way. Christian died? Can I please have a hug? Am I allowed to do that in here?
Sure. Yeah. Come on.
No.
Calm down. Calm down. Take 2 breaths. Just take 2 breaths. You're gonna be okay?
No, that's not true. That's not real, right?
It is real.
Christian is dead.
Yes. They're not gonna lie.
I know, I just can't believe it. Holy shit. The last thing he ate was fucking Subway.
Courtney was taken to a psychiatric ward and held as it was believed she was a risk to herself. A day later she was released and she was not charged with anything. It was ruled at the time self-defense. She was free. May as well go on, make some more OnlyFans, go on. It seems then Courtney moved back to Texas and then to Hawaii, and sure, why wouldn't you? There, she would enter rehab and be treated for substance abuse issues and also PTSD. by some accounts, she was also drinking like mad in Hawaii. I mean, she was, probably, of course, until that was August. 4 months after Christian's death when she was arrested. This was August 10th, 2022. She was then extradited back to Florida and charged with second-degree murder. She was taken to the Miami-Dade jail, where she remains to this day awaiting trial. No trial date, as of April 2024, has been set. She has pleaded not guilty to the murder of Christian Obumseli. And you know, that was kind of sort of it. Since then, that is until basically just recently when Courtney Clenny, Courtney Tailor, got two more brand new shampoo charges put against her. One count of interception of wire or electronic communication, which is a third-degree felony. Also, one count of unauthorized access or excessive access to a computer for allegedly serving as a principal and breaking into her boyfriend Christian Obumseli's laptop. It appears, allegedly, that Courtney's parents, Kim and Deborah, were trying to hack into Christian's laptop. They were in contact, they're basically all in this like big text chat, trying to find out what his PIN was so that the pair of them could break in. And now her parents were charged. The attorney, who seems like he was involved in the trying to break into Christian's laptop, was not charged. I'll get to her attorney in a minute, because he seems like a bit of a character, her defense attorney. It seems like they were trying to break into Christian's laptop to try and find something which could discredit him, make him look bad, in defense of Courtney Clenny and her self-defense.
You don't have a weapon on you, do you? I know you got your CHL, so... Oh, yeah. Okay. No weapon on you? No, it's okay.
Miss Clenny? Ben Ryan, I'm with the Travis County Sheriff's Office. We have a couple of detectives that are up the road. They're going to come down here and talk to you and your wife. Is your wife home today?
Yes.
Okay, not a problem. And then they'll kind of explain a little bit about what's going on. I mean, obviously, I think it's related to your daughter's case in Florida, but that's about all we really understand. There are warrants for you and your wife's arrest.
What?
I know. I'm going to let them explain that to you real quick, and so we can kind of get behind all that. And then we're going to try to make this as easy on you as possible, right? I mean, while they have warrants for your arrest, y'all aren't criminals. We're going to try to work through this as, low-key as possible today. They're going to explain that to you. I don't really have all, I don't know enough about the case to understand how this all works together. But they'll be here in a few minutes, and so...
Can I call our attorney?
In a moment, if that's what you'd like to do. I understand that. Right. Is your phone in the truck?
Yeah. This whole deal is fucking bullshit.
We certainly understand.
We have nothing to do with the case.
Right now, we don't want to detain anybody with the handcuffs, even though there are felony warrants. We certainly... I know.
What the hell?
They're going to explain it to you.
Well, what are the warrants for?
What are the warrants for?
But what is the charge?
The charge is, it's called A1506 out of the state of Florida. It's unauthorized computer access. Okay, so it's basically a hacking charge out of the state of Florida. It's a computer crime.
A computer crime?
Whose computer?
Again, those are details of the case that we'd be happy to discuss if it gets down to that.
This is insanity.
But it is involving a computer as well as other property. There's a subset of property that has come up.
I'm a fucking hacker. Like your fucking president.
Definitely not. I would not be here, sir. Honestly. That was the case.
I don't know. I've been doing this 28 years, so I've seen a lot.
I mean, the defense doesn't say a whole lot.
Yeah.
And now you're convicted in the public opinion. A lot of people put out crap.
I think this has to do with something that belongs to him. Is the computer or the whatever, laptop, iPad, I don't know what it is, something related to that. But it's something that I think her attorneys were kind of working with y'all on.
Her attorneys?
This led to Kim and Deborah getting arrested and charged. Yikes. As I said, the attorney was not charged, by the way, even though the texts prove he was involved in what they were doing. Yeah, the attorney, it seems like he's a bit of a character. It seems like he has suggested he's trying to build a sex trafficking case against Christian Obumseli. They will allege Courtney, of course, was the victim of that, and that she killed him in self-defense. The whole defense for Courtney when she goes on trial for the murder is that Courtney was not the abusive or manipulative one, not at all. No way, Jose. It's all Christian. He was abusive. He was manipulative. 110%. He was sex trafficking Courtney, if you can believe that. Doesn't seem to be any evidence of that, at least publicly. But that's likely why they were trying to break into his laptop. But there you go. As this is ongoing, who knows where this will end up? Likely no better than where it seems to have started from. A clear case of abuse by an aggressive, ambitious, successful woman. Someone who just had to control, manipulate the person closest to her. In these cases of domestic abuse, it must have been so tough for Christian, because even if he had came forward and said that she was abusive, maybe people, in these cases of where it's the guy being abused, maybe he thought people wouldn't believe him. Big guy like Christian, little thing like her, she couldn't be hitting you. Unfortunately, it seems like that was happening, and it ended in the most tragic way. But as I said, this is all apparently and allegedly until this thing goes to trial, which we do not know when that will be. That's when I guess we will get the full story and hopefully some version of the truth. But it ain't over yet, so keep an eye out for it. But it's just all these incidents. The police claiming that she killed him. After all the stuff that came before, I just can't believe it.
That is going to conclude this personal Q&A, so stay tuned for the fitness Q&A coming at you soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this whole video. It really means the world to me. Next whole video will be up as usual in a couple of days, so please give it a go then. If you're looking for more of that chapter also, please check out the That Chapter podcast, which has a new episode out every single Monday. I don't know what we're talking about recently, but it's always something bananas. It's the podcast episodes are always completely different stories to what I talk about here on YouTube, so please check it out. And of course, you can check out where I'm on Instagram and all that. But yeah, until the next whole video, which should be up in like a couple of days, please take care of each other and yourselves, because I love you. Might go.